Hello and welcome to Decision 2024. The Republican primary starts today. Let's take a look at what the polls are saying before we head to Iowa. The national polls see Donald Trump, the former president, leading the pack of candidates at 41%. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at 31%. The governor of New Hampshire, Chris Sununu, at 7%. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott at 5%. Former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan at 4%. Former UN Ambassador under the Trump administration Nikki Haley at 3%. Former Secretary of State under the Trump administration Mike Pompeo at 2%. Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy at 1%. Radio host Larry Elder at 1%. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson at 1%. Former Cranston, Rhode Island Mayor Steve Laffey at 1%. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie at 1%. Former Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney at 1%. And former Trump administration official John Bolton at 1%. Coming out of the Iowa primary, Donald Trump is the projected winner here. No surprise here. Donald Trump will go on to win 42% of the vote out of this state. Ron DeSantis in second at 25%. Chris Sununu at 5%. Tim Scott at 2%. While the rest of the field are at 1% each. Taking a look at the delegate count out of Iowa, Donald Trump will walk away winning 24 delegates, and Ron DeSantis will win 16, while the rest of the candidates win nothing. Former Secretary Mike Pompeo has announced he will be withdrawing from the GOP primary after a poor showing in Iowa, and he will be endorsing Donald Trump for the nomination. Vivek Ramaswamy is also ending his 2024 campaign after a poor performance in Iowa. Instead, he's endorsing Ron DeSantis. Out of the New Hampshire primary, no surprise here, Chris Sununu will be the projected winner out of his home state as he will win 36% of the vote. Donald Trump is at 13%, Ron DeSantis at 9%, Tim Scott at 4%, Larry Hogan at 3%, Nikki Haley at 2%, and the rest of the field at 1% each. And out of the delegate count out of New Hampshire, since Chris Sununu was the only candidate to break 15%, he will win all 22 of New Hampshire's pledged delegates. Former Governor Larry Hogan is suspending his 2024 campaign after a poor showing in New Hampshire and will be endorsing Chris Sununu for the nomination. Former Mayor Steve Laffey will be withdrawing from his campaign for president since he was only running a one-state campaign in New Hampshire and he didn't do that well there. He'll be endorsing Ron DeSantis for president. Former Governor Chris Christie is also ending his presidential campaign. He will be endorsing Ron DeSantis. Out of the Nevada primary, Donald Trump will win his second second state of the primary season. That state being Nevada, as he will go on to win 36% of the vote out of Nevada. Ron DeSantis at 32%, Chris Sununu at 8%, Tim Scott at 4%, Nikki Haley at 3%, Larry Elder at 2%, and the rest of the field at 1%. Out of the delegate count out of Nevada, Donald Trump will walk away winning 13 delegates, and Ron DeSantis will win 12. The rest of the candidates will win nothing. Larry Elder is ending his 2024 campaign after a poor showing in Nevada, and he'll be endorsing Donald Trump for the nomination. Former Representative Liz Cheney is suspending her primary campaign and she will be endorsing Ron DeSantis, surprisingly. John Bolton will be ending his primary campaign. He is endorsing he's not endorsing himself. He's endorsing Ron DeSantis. Out of the South Carolina primary, despite there being two South Carolina natives in the race still, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner out of this state's primary, going on to win 42% of the vote. Donald Trump wins 38%. Tim Scott, the senator, is at 8%. Nikki Haley, who was the former governor of the state, is at 6%. Chris Sununu is at 4%, and Asa Hutchinson is at 2%. Here is the delegate count out of South Carolina, where Ron DeSantis will win 26 delegates, and Donald Trump will win the remaining 24. Senator Tim Scott will be ending his ambitions for the White House tonight after a poor showing in his home state, and he'll be endorsing Donald Trump for the nomination. And Nikki Haley will be doing the same and joining her fellow South Carolina native and endorsing Donald Trump for the nomination. Former Governor Asa Hutchinson will be ending his 2024 presidential campaign after a poor showing in, frankly, every single primary state thus far, but he will be endorsing Ron DeSantis instead of Trump or Sununu. And here is the delegate count at the end of February. Donald Trump is at 61 delegates, Ron DeSantis at 54, and Chris Sununu at 22. Out of the Alabama primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner out of this state, winning 54% of the vote, Ron DeSantis at 40%, and Chris Sununu at 6%. Since Trump broke 50% in a state, he will win every single pledged delegate out of Alabama. Out of American Samoa's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, as he will go on to win 55% of the vote. DeSantis wins 33%, and Sununu's at 11%. Same deal here, Donald Trump will win every single delegate out of American Samoa. Out of Arkansas's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner here, as he will go on to win 55% of the vote here. Ron DeSantis at 40%, and Sununu at 5%. Trump winning every single delegate out of Arkansas. Out of California's primary, Ron DeSantis will surprisingly win this state's primary, going on to win 48% of the vote here. Donald Trump at 43%, and Chris Sununu at 8%. Chris Sununu is locked out of winning delegates, so the rest will have to go to Trump and DeSantis. DeSantis will win 91 delegates, and Trump will win 81. Out of Colorado's primary, Ron DeSantis will go on to win this state's primary, going on to win 48% of the vote. Donald Trump wins 43%, and Chris Sununu wins 8%. Out of the delegate count, DeSantis will win 20 delegates, and Trump will win 17. Out of Maine's primary, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner here, going on to win 50% of the votes, shockingly, as Donald Trump wins 40% and Chris Sununu wins 9%, his best showing since New Hampshire. Ron DeSantis will go on to win every single delegate out of the state of Maine. Out of Massachusetts primary, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner. He will go on to win 46% of the vote out of Massachusetts. Trump will win 43%, and Chris Sununu will win 9%. DeSantis walks away winning 21 delegates, and Trump wins 20. Out of Minnesota's primary, Donald Trump finally getting another win here tonight. Out of Minnesota, he will go on to win 48% of the vote out of the state. Ron DeSantis at 43%, and Chris Sununu at 7%. Donald Trump will walk away winning 21 pledged delegates, and DeSantis will win 18. Out of North Carolina, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner out of North Carolina, winning 47% of the vote here. Donald Trump wins 45%, and Chris Sununu wins 7%. DeSantis will win 37 delegates, and Trump wins 34. Out of Oklahoma's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner here, going on to win 48% of the vote, which is underperforming what the polls said he was going to do. Ron DeSantis at 44%, and Chris Sununu at 6%. Trump will win 24 delegates, and DeSantis will win 19. Out of Tennessee's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner out of this state, winning 48% of the vote. DeSantis wins 44%, and Sununu wins 6%. Trump wins 30 delegates, and DeSantis wins 28 out of Tennessee. Out of Texas, Donald Trump will be the projected winner here, even though polls said DeSantis was going to win. Trump is at 47%, so this is a very narrow win for Donald Trump, and DeSantis at 46%, while Sununu is at 6%. Trump will walk away winning 78 delegates, and DeSantis wins 77 delegates, very reflective of the close nature of the state's primary. Out of Utah's primary, Ron DeSantis will unsurprisingly win this state's primary, winning 50% of the vote here. Donald Trump at 45%, and Sununu at 5%. DeSantis will walk away winning every single delegate out of Utah. Out of Vermont's primary, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner, going on to win 52% of the vote here. Donald Trump at 41%, and Chris Sununu at 5%. DeSantis will walk away winning 17 delegates, every single delegate out of Vermont. Out of Virginia's primary, the final primary of Super Tuesday, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner. He will win 48% of the vote out of this state. Trump wins 46%, and Sununu wins 4%. DeSantis will win 25 delegates out of Virginia, while Trump wins the remaining 24. And after winning not a single primary, hell, not even winning a single delegate out of Super Tuesday, New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu is suspending his 2024 campaign and endorsing Ron DeSantis. However, he did say he would pledge to back Donald Trump if he were to win the nomination instead. Out of the delegate count post Super Tuesday, Donald Trump is currently leading Ron DeSantis with 489 delegates to DeSantis 469, a 20-delegate lead for Donald Trump. Now, heading into Super Tuesday 2, Donald Trump will be the projected winner out of the state of Idaho. He will go on to win this state by around 19 points over Ron DeSantis, going on to win all 32 delegates out of the state. Out of Michigan, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, winning the state by around 9 points over Ron DeSantis, winning all 73 pledged delegates. Out of Mississippi, a state that many thought DeSantis was going to win, instead, Trump proves that he will win the state nonetheless, winning it by around 7 points over DeSantis, winning all 39 delegates. Out of Missouri, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, winning the state by around 11 points over DeSantis, winning all 54 pledged delegates. Out of North Dakota, Donald Trump will be the projected winner. However, this will be the closest primary of the night, as Trump wins the state by around 3 points over DeSantis. But he does win all 29 pledged delegates. However, Ron DeSantis does get one victory tonight, and that coming out of the state of Washington, where he will be the projected winner, winning the state by around 5 points over Donald Trump. Excuse me. DeSantis will go on to win all 44 pledged delegates. And here's the delegate count post Super Tuesday 2. Donald Trump's lead has grown of about a difference of 203. Donald Trump is at 716 pledged delegates. Remember, you need 1,236, I believe, to win the nomination, and Ron DeSantis at 513. Out of the Northern Mariana Islands, Donald Trump will be the projected winner out of this, I believe it's a territory. Trump will win this territory by around 11 points over DeSantis, winning all 9 pledged delegates. Now, Super Tuesday 3, Ron DeSantis starting off strong with a victory out of the state of Arizona, winning here by around 9 points over Donald Trump. He will go on to win all 57 pledged delegates out of Arizona. Out of Florida, it was 2 Florida men going against each other, but Ron DeSantis is the projected winner here, winning by a pretty wide margin of around 17 points over Donald Trump out of Florida, being the incumbent governor and all. He will win all 122 delegates out of Florida from Donald Trump. And out of Illinois, Donald Trump does get a victory here tonight, as he will win Illinois' primary, winning it by around 11 points over Ron DeSantis, winning all 67 pledged delegates. And here's the delegate count post Super Tuesday 3. Trump's lead drops by around 3 delegates, but, you know, it's still a 200 delegate lead, as Trump has 792 delegates to DeSantis's, actually that's a 100 delegate lead, never mind, that's a massive drop, but DeSantis has 692 delegates, so DeSantis catching up. Now, out of Wisconsin, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, winning this primary by 11 points over Ron DeSantis, as he will go on to win all 52 pledged delegates. Sorry, my alarm went off. Out of Alaska's primary, Ron DeSantis making a shock victory out of the state, winning it by around 7 points over Donald Trump. DeSantis will go on to win all 28 of Alaska's pledged delegates. Out of Wyoming's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, going on to win this primary by around 17 points, and going on to win all 29 pledged delegates. Out of Ohio's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, going on to win this primary by around 9 points over Ron DeSantis, winning all 82 pledged delegates. Now, the delegate count at the end of April. Trump's lead looks like it has grown. It has. Donald Trump now has a lead of 235, as Trump has 955 delegates to Ron DeSantis' 720. Trump inching closer to the 1236 delegate threshold to become the nominee. Out of Kansas, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner. A very college-educated heavy state. DeSantis does very well with those voters, as DeSantis wins this primary by around 7 points over Donald Trump, winning all 39 pledged delegates in the process. Out of Nebraska's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner here. No surprise, he wins this state by around 5 points over DeSantis, as he goes on to win all 36 pledged delegates. If If Trump had won Kansas, he probably would have gotten a much larger win out of the state, but he didn't. Out of Oregon's primary, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner here, as he goes on to win the primary by around 7 points over Donald Trump, winning all 28 delegates. Out of Hawaii's primary, Donald Trump, who for some reason is loved by the Hawaii GOP, will be the projected winner out of Hawaii, winning the state by around 5 percentage points, and he will win all 19 pledged delegates. And here's the delegate count before we get into Super Tuesday 4. Donald Trump has broken the 1,000 delegate threshold, needs about 226 delegates to win the nomination. Shouldn't be that hard. DeSantis has 787 delegates. Out of Washington, D.C., Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner, as he will go on to win this district by around 15 points over Donald Trump, winning all 19 pledged delegates. Out of Indiana's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, going on to win the state by around 11 points over DeSantis, winning all 70 pledged delegates. Out of Maryland's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, winning the primary by around 5 percentage points. He will go on to win all 38 pledged delegates in the process. Out of Montana's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, going on to win this primary by around 19 points, winning all 27 delegates in the process. Out of New Mexico's primary, Donald Trump will make a shock victory here, as DeSantis was leading in the polls. Trump will win New Mexico's primary by around 9 percentage points. Massive polling miss, as DeSantis is expected to win by 2 or 3. Trump will win all 22 pledged delegates. Out of Pennsylvania's primary, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, winning this primary by around 11 points, winning all 88 pledged delegates. Out of Rhode Island, Ron DeSantis will be the projected winner, winning this primary by around 5 points over Donald Trump, winning all 19 pledged delegates. Out of South Dakota, Donald Trump will be the projected winner, going on to beat Ron DeSantis by around 17 points in this primary. Trump will win all 29 pledged delegates. And with this, we could say that Donald Trump will be the projected winner in the Republican primary, becoming the GOP nominee for the 3rd time in a row. And with that, Governor Ron DeSantis is ending his bid to become the nominee and is endorsing Donald Trump, the two sharing a stage in Florida tonight. And here is the final primary campaign map. Donald Trump wins 1,715 delegates, DeSantis wins 825, and Chris Sununu wins 22. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Chaotic One saying,